So there has been a lot of talk of the women's players in FC 26. This is going to be a discussion video, maybe some gameplay in here, we'll see. But I just want to talk about the rise of women's players in the game. People have been talking about like how, this year, they are the meta this year. They are, crazy good. I'm here to tell you, they've always been good. The problem is you're just not noticing it. And the first thing I want to get into before we get into like the actual video is this is not a safe place for misogynists and bigots. So if you have like anything to say when it comes to freaking women shouldn't be in the game, anything of that nature, don't even waste your time. I'm just going to block you, delete your comment. This ain't the place for that kind of discussion. We're here to play video games, here to have some fun, and if you don't like it, don't use the players. If you don't like it, ignore content like this. Anyways, when it comes to women's players, this channel has always posted videos about women's cards in the game since FC 24. And every single player who you hear about now was good back in FC 24. They've always been good. This isn't a new thing. We're over here on the second account, by the way. It's not a new thing that the women cards are good. They've always been good. You're just not noticing it. That's the difference. The difference isn't EA has juiced them or made them more special. No, they're no different now than they were 2 years ago. It's just that now you're actually starting to use them, because a lot of y'all are reactionary. When it comes to reactionary people, you wait for other people to tell you use this card in order for you to use it. I see it in comment sections. I'll watch an Inception video and I'll see people in the comments, hey, who should I pick for the season pass? Who should I put into this Evo? Do you think I should start this person, this person, this person? Y'all don't do things yourselves. Y'all wait for other people to tell you, because y'all are followers. Y'all aren't leaders. Y'all don't do your own thing. You're followers. And I'm gonna say this right now. If it don't apply, let it fly. Don't take this as a insult or targeting towards anyone. If it don't apply, let it fly. That just means if what I'm saying doesn't apply to you, it's not about you. Don't take it personal. When it comes to these cards, as someone who's been using these, like I'll give you a few examples. When it comes to say Rose Lavelle, Inception has been like going crazy over her Inform card. JSC talks about this card in particular. And if you ask anyone who actually been using women's cards since they got into the game, they'll tell you she's always been good. She isn't magically good this year. She's always been good. And then it comes to you, LeBron. Then it comes to Aline Paredes. And then it comes to Thompson. Last year, she had a card that was for free for everyone to use. Nick RTFM using her. He's like, bro, this card is cracked. Other than me and him, no one else use that card. Because y'all waiting people to tell you to use it. Jaden Shaw, Lauren James, Owen Carmona, like these are very, very good cards. I got some other, not details, but like examples to show you. But the point of this video is just talk about about that rise. Has EA magically just changed, how the game works so women cards can be more useful? The answer is no. They've always been good, and this video won't be long, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Let's get into Footbin to show some cards. I'm gonna use it as an example for this conversation. So over here on Footbin, we have Claudia Pena, and the reason why I'm going with her first because she's the current, meta women's card everyone's talking about, because she's been pumped and dumped and her popularity is at an all-time high. Is Claudia Pena for the first time in 3 years a good card? No, she said she was a good card back during here too. This card right here in particular was a very, very popular card. I didn't have this card, but it was a very popular card. Look at the upvotes, 5,000 upvotes, 300 downvotes. This is a very, very popular card. It was expensive too for the most part as well. But it was a very popular card. It's not yeah, I don't think I freaking even I don't think I had that card. I just started playing S24 until a little bit after, like midway through this promo, I think. But yeah, so this is a very popular card. She was good back then too. Again, look at the likes and dislikes. And it's not to say that this proves that she's a good card, but it's more so just showing that people were sold on it, and people were doing it and they enjoyed using this. They hit the upvote button. Because of dislikes can be people who didn't enjoy it, because of people who are just misogynistic and just hate women. But yeah, generally my entire point is that this was always a good card. It had a little bit of a drop off, and this is like around when the SBC came out for her card, and then it went back up when it comes to just her price. But she was always a good card. Always a good card. They didn't just magically make her a good card. Even though after 25, people who use this card for season pass will tell you, very good card. This card right here from Cloudy Pena, this card was also a very good card. It's still extinct. It was extinct for a long time because of evos, but it was generally just a good fucking card. Yeah, it was a very good card. And again, the trend here, high up votes, low down votes in comparison to each other. This is a very popular card. Even right here, her Future Stars card, which we just showed you, was a club legend. You know, so it's like, it's not these cards magically just got better, you know, this year. They've always been good. You just didn't know. Even when it comes to like people say pro players dictate, you know, the community's reactions. When Ona Bashier had a not Future Stars, it was what you call it, Team of the Year. Her Team of the Year card was very loved by pro players. Right here. No, that's Team of the Season. This card in here. This card was freaking 1,100. Pro players love this freaking card. They also love card Charlie this year as well. If she didn't magically get good this year, she's always been good. You know, and that goes for Patrick Iharo. People, this card is very popular and was popular last year as well when it came to like these two cards in particular. But she's always been good. I have videos on this channel where I literally, for S24, this card was viewed as like freaking fodder because, you know, who cares, this is a woman's card. This card is freaking cracked. I was telling y'all in 24, if you watch my channel, I was telling y'all S24 that her card is the best DM in the one of the best DMs in the game. I had an Evo of, I think it was this card. Or it might be her base card. I had an Evo her base card. I was in my team until this card came out. You know, and there's a number of videos that I have dating back to S24, where a lot of the cards you all hear about now, I did videos on, where I told you these cards are cracked. Clara Mateo, everyone was raving about her card last year, and even this year people love her card, but in particular, her Team of the Season card from last year became like a crazy popular freaking card. Yeah, this became a crazy popular card. Tons of upvotes, but during like the peak of Team of the Year, she was like just a very loved card. She's always cheap, but it's good, so she's easy to pack. But people love this freaking card. I was doing Evos this card in S24. She's always been good. Y'all are just now noticing. I'm Palarello. Look at all these cards that she has. And all these cards were always freaking high priced. This card usually was always extinct at the beginning of the freaking year because of how crazy she is in game. Very popular card, like just crazy. They've always been good. It's not just this year. Y'all are just noticing it because everyone, because again, y'all are reactionary. Pros are telling you use this. These trading discourse are doing these pump and dumps, making you think that these cards are actually even way better than they actually are. They're telling you Pena is better than Mbappe. You use anyone with a little different shot as your striker, they're going to score a lot of goals. Just how it is. You know, Diani, this card right here and her Thunderstruck were freaking insanely popular on 24, and so was her Footies card. But like, there's another card who's always been good and always been popular. Kelly Smith. This card people gave no fucks about, and then people like Boris said it was good. People gave a fuck about it. Same thing also like just her Footies card. This card was ignored. Boris, again, someone else, you know, who's a little more open-minded than a lot of people in the community, used the card, said it's a good card. Her price went up, people started using it, everyone else started saying, hey, it's a very good card. My point is, these cards didn't magically get better. Sorry for the sun glare. I like having the sun in my room because, you know, it's good for your health, you know, to get some vitamin D. Not too much sun, you can get other things from that, you know, moderation. Anyway, so I know my camera is irrelevant to y'all. It's just what we're talking about. The general point, these cards didn't magically get better from EA, you know, trying to like push some kind of woke agenda and things like that. If you use the term woke, you're a fucking loser. But they didn't magically make these cards better. They've always been good. You're just now noticing it because you're just now actually being more willing to use the cards because, you know, again, Inception says so, Boris says so, the pro players say so, so that's why you're using the cards. But and it's not just me who says it's, you know, I have a Discord, and it's people on my Discord who will tell you the exact same thing. Like, yeah, I've been using this card and that card, you know, for 2-3 years, and they've always been good. Like, I've never really done any kind of like evils on Olga, but I know people who say like her evils are always really good, and she's really good, things like that. So yeah, so just generally, there is no rise in the women players. They've always been good. It's not really a rise. I would say it's more of an awakening. And by awakening, I mean y'all are now waking up to noticing, hey, these cards are usable. Because for a lot of y'all didn't use them because y'all were like, oh, their physical is low, so therefore they get bullied off the ball. They're short, and things like that. And it's like, you use Messi, how many FCs? How many FIFAs? He's like 5'6". His physical's never freaking high. If you look at like freaking Messi cards, he's never really had like freaking high physical. Same thing comes to like Pedri. Pedri's a small midfielder. There's a number of players in the game who've never really been like big players, never really been physical players. You don't complain about those. Lamine Yamal was like pretty much unusable until like team of the season because of like how low his physical was. We're talking about last year, not this year. So it's like, you're not even consistent with your complaints. You don't use the same complaints for the ladies that you use for the men. Vitinha, his physical's not great. He has 59 freaking strength. This guy's gonna get bullied like a motherfucker. FC24 had a Xavi card, the legend himself, and I stopped using it because he just kept getting knocked around. I had that issue with Patrick Guerrero. At the end of the day, the gender of the cards don't fucking matter. Their stats do. If you have a forward, a winger who has low strength, they're going to get bullied. If you have low physical stats, they're going to get bullied. That's just the general rule of thumb. And yes, their play styles compensate forwards. If you got press proven and things like that, bruiser, you compensate for what they lack. If they have low physical, they're going to get bullied. Doesn't matter who it is. If you're playing Beasley on the wing, Beasley has 68 freaking strength. You can't get mad that he is bullied because his strength is freaking low. It goes for many cards in the freaking game. Not a height thing. Even comes like the keepers, people like, oh, people will always assume they see women in net that they're short. Tola Schultz is 6'1". She's basically she's literally Casillas. Like not even freaking like just full stop. She's literally Casillas. That's how she performs in game, for me at least. She performs the same way as Casillas. And they're the same when it comes to like their height and their build. Other than he's not, she's like a tall, lean, his body type's a little different. But people will automatically assume they see a woman in net, oh, just take finesse shots. I get the ball back so easily in possession. These people just spam finesse shots and she just catches them because she's not a short keeper. People just assume they see a woman, oh, she's probably short. She's not. She's 6'1". And even when it comes to keepers who are shorter than that, there's keepers I've used, like S24, she was like 6 foot tall. So it's still relatively a tall keeper for the most part. It's Casey Murphy. Good card. The only downside to her reactions are pretty shit. I've used freaking... I used Angerer last year. That card was one of the best keepers I used all year. More so, it was like her footies card. No, it wasn't called footies for her. It was like rates to the game. One of the best keepers I used all year. Even when it comes to like the male keepers, it's not really, again, it's not about the height, it's about the stats. Height does matter for your keepers when it comes to like, you're not gonna use someone who's 5'5", but someone 6 foot or higher, even 5'11", you can make it work. Even when it comes to your center backs, she's 5'10", she's 5'10". That's fine. Especially if they have the physical, and if they freaking have things like aerial, which doesn't exist in this game, but like things like that. So you got to be more open-minded about these cards. Not even just because like the women, just in general. There's people out there who are doing like full Columbus Crew teams, doing full Slovakian teams, full Brighton teams, full Leeds teams. People out there who are using full bronze teams and going 15-0. If you're losing games, it's not because of your players. It's not because how short or how tall your players are. It's not because of how much physical your players do or don't have. It's because your players get bullied around. It's because you yourself can't make the best out of those players. It's a literal skill issue. You know, and to end things off, I'll say it again. They didn't just get good overnight. They've been good the entire time. You just weren't using them. You just weren't using them. They're trying to tell y'all how good these players are for 3 years. You just weren't using them. Deuces.